Hallelujah. It's Tuesday. Hey. It's in the scope, I got my sight on the kingdom. Pray he end all this oppression while I fight for my freedom. Don't want none of the smoke that he got for Moab and Edom. You might not, but I need him, so I constantly seek him. And we're still in the spirit, cutting time with Babylon. Vacuum tool for the rule like a magnetron. A city full of mansions, never ending riches. Can't be following the blind, falling in the ditches. Pray he watch me with the word like he doing dishes. To do his will, I'm on a mission and it's repetitious. I got faith in his power, never superstitious. New Jerusalem, I'm trying to get it and I'm too ambitious. Same pagan lawlessness, set in new tradition. Gotta follow his ways or fall into perdition. Every day I dream my soul, walk on streets made of gold. Say it's healing in his garment, so I'm taking the whole while I'm... Hey. Seeking that holy city that come down from heaven. Daily pray on his return, I don't be bound with limit. If we talking about goals, I got one in sight. So I pray for his coming when the trumpets light. Amos 5, Joel 2, that's the day of vengeance. So every minute to that hour, let her be repentant. Gotta live and do what's righteous to escape the sentence. Store eternal treasures up instead of stacking pennies. Wanna be given that crown and a period linen. To put on garment from above, but put off the sinning. Cause in a place I wanna go won't be a thought of crime. With an abundance of milk, honey, a lot of wine. Fountains of living water with the pure fruit. Every soul in one mind and ain't no disputes. This here a spiritual war and every day is a fight. So I'm sharpening my sword and I be up all night.
Alrighty.
Praise
God. Praise. Let me put some light on in this joint. Shabbat shalom, family.
Shabbat shalom, family.
Yes, sir. Let's see, can we lighten it up a little bit? Yeah, buddy. Giving our praise to Elohim, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, family. Shabbat shalom. Peace and blessings to you and your household. We're going to go ahead and stand and open up, family. We're going to make it do what it do. Yes, sir.
I will bless Yahweh at all times.
Yes, sir.
His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in Yahweh. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad.
Yes, sir.
Oh, magnify the Elohim with me, and let us exalt his name together.
Yes, sir.
I sought Yahweh, and he heard me and delivered me from all of my fear.
Hallelujah.
They looked unto him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and Yahweh heard him and saved him out of all his trouble. The angel of Yahweh encamped round about them that fear him and delivereth them. Oh, taste and see that Yahweh is good.
Yes, sir.
Blessed is the man that trusted in him. Oh, fear Yahweh, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I read you Psalm 34, verses 1 through 9. May the Most High add a blessing to the hearing, doing, and reading of his most holy word in Yeshua's name. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. That's good eating right there.
Praise.
Eating good before we even started eating good.
All praise.
Once again, for those who just come in the room on YouTube and Facebook, Shabbat Shalom. Peace and blessings to you and your household.
Right.
Hallelujah. We're going to go ahead. Y'all see the title. We're going to deal with Romans chapter 1. We're going to get into two subjects today. We're going to have class today, y'all. So,
all right.
You know, we're going to get into these. We're going through these epistles, try to get some understanding as we read as we all read these epistles, because we've been taught a certain way. If we ever been in Sunday school, they taught us to read the book, and they pull certain scripts out. Of course, they use it out of text or use it try to justify their wrongdoing 99.9% of the time.
Right.
Sometimes they do be on point, but the vast majority of the time they going off because of how and who taught them. But we're gonna deal with two subjects today. It's the gospel being exalted and unbelief and its consequences. Now, this is something that Paul was ordained to do. He had to go teach the house of Israel, not only the house of Israel, but he went to teach the regular house of Judah, right. House of Israel. And I'm not saying everyone, no other nation was there. I can't see that. I can't say whether they're there or not. But one thing I do know, he went to the house in the diaspora.
Right.
And he said through his epistles. And I heard one guy say, and I'm just going to say this, whether Gentile, what the Israelite called Gentiles, or did they call themselves Gentiles? Right. But if you go read it in that Corinth, he told them that, remember, you was Gentile carried away into done idols.
No idols. That's
right. You can't carry your own idols into your own idols, right. Your mindset, because the idols come from these other nations.
That's right.
So that's something to ponder. Why would he make that comment? But we'll deal with that some other time.
Right.
Before we get started, I just want to say something, brothers and sisters. When we decided to come into this walk, was seeking the truth, we all prayed and asked the Most High, show me your truth and I will do it. Just like our forefathers said, right? Mm-hmm. But we know that they were just basically talking. It's just like, I'm going to use it for an example. It's just like in a marriage, right? You're making a covenant when you go before the Most High and witness that around you. When two come together, man and woman, not men and men and women and women. We're talking about man and woman where it was designed from the creation to come together and agree on how they're going to treat each other by words, right? That's sometimes right. They don't act right, turn out because you're really not truthful when you go to that altar or making that covenant. Right. That's the same thing that a lot of Israelites coming to this walk, they ask for the truth, they pray for the truth, but when it's okay, and they join themselves to the truth, meaning that I'm going to come into a covenant with the Messiah. Now the Messiah has to detox you spiritually and peel off them old ways that you used to have, right? And it's not pleasing to people. It's really not. It's certain things that I tried to hold. I'm just going to share my little testimony before we get started. There's some things that I really enjoyed doing when I came into this walk. And if you got children, why don't y'all cover your ears, because I'm going to use a word. And I don't want, and y'all know one, I use two words. Y'all know which one I'm about to use. So y'all cover your children's ears up. So, but when I decided to come in here and continue to do what I want to do with a heathen mindset, right? The Most High whooped my ass. Because I was hard-headed. I was too hard-headed to see the change. I was hard-headed enough to listen to stern warning. Right. And listen to the scriptures. But I still want to do, I thought it was okay. But at the end of the day, when he finished whooping my, hey, you know what I'm saying? Now y'all gonna do your, I'm done with that word now. We got to let certain things go, y'all. I decided to, from that point on, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, I'm in a work in progress. We all are work in progress, but I'm just speaking for myself. I am 100% truthful with myself. If I'm jacked, I got some jacked up ways, hey, I got to go before the Most High and say, hey, clean me up. That's right. Because this is some foolishness or whatever habit I learned the whole time I've been on this earth. And the only instruction that we have, and we're going to read this today, especially Most High willing in the next letter. that we got to let certain things go because it ain't no way in the world it's gonna go into the kingdom. Point blank, period. There's a lot of things that we all doing. We can point our fingers and point and pull scriptures. Everybody can point fingers and pull scriptures on everybody. But we got to learn patience, just like the Most High. We got to learn patience, long suffering. We got to exercise the fruits of the Spirit with one another. Yes, we gonna see some things and we gonna say some things, whether you like it or not. It is what it is. But we can't be hypocrites ourselves while we pointing fingers, and we got some stuff going on too. So let's be mindful of that. All right. Now, you got anything you want to say, brother?
Well, only I would add to that, brother. The commandments tell us two things on two laws. Love the Lord, the Most High God, with all your heart, mind, body, and soul, right?
Right.
And to love your neighbor as thyself. And the way the word say love is what? Keeping of the commandments.
Keeping of the commandments.
So if you can't do that, the best thing for you to do is keep to yourself.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to offend and you don't want to put no bad marks on your record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Put your hand over your mouth. Mm-hmm. If it's not admonishment and correction through the word of the Most High, right, best thing you do is be quiet.
That's the best thing we can do.
You know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this, we're gonna continue. We're not beating up on anyone. We all got work to do. This is why we're going through these epistles to show you, hey, this ain't nothing new under the sun. These folks, Paul going through there. We went through the epistle of Peter. Mm-hmm. We went through the letters that he, his ministry. Mm-hmm. Start off with the Messiah. That's what this whole thing of going through all these epistles. Upon this rock, I'm gonna build my church. Mm-hmm. And that's where it all these other going through these epistles or so-called New Testaments or testimonies stem or spun from that right there. So we're gonna continue to go through this and hope that we can learn something and grow, and that we be able to put this stuff in practical application. It's gonna be easy for some. No, it's gonna be easy for a few. But a lot of us, it's going to take time because we got to realize we in a covenant with the Messiah. Y'all ain't make no covenant with us. Only covenant we have is gathering ourselves together, right? Yes, you making a covenant with the Messiah. And that's the only one you need to put your trust in. With that being said, let's start off. Let me share my screen. We're gonna go through the epistle Paul had written to the Romans, or the church that be in Rome.
That's right.
We're going to say it like that.
There you go.
I don't want to think you're talking about some little Roman Empire somewhere. Put a marker in Romans chapter 1. We're going to be in a whole entirety of the class. We got a nice little class set up. I made it simple as possible. We're going to go through here and try to get some understanding. First topic we're going to deal with is the gospel exalted. Paul was going to, we're going to read a little bit. We're going to let the book speak. I ain't going to get into all that, but we're going to let the book speak, and we're going to let Paul tell you the reason why he's doing what he's doing. We're going to read Romans chapter 1 and verse 1, and we're going to Acts chapter 9. When you get it, brother, go ahead and read.
Paul, a servant of Yeshua Mashiach, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of Yah.
Now, Paul got his calling. And let's read about this calling, because Paul was doing some things prior to his calling. Now, if he could change Paul, or at the time, Saul, right? Mm-hmm. If he could change this brother's mindset. See, like I said, when you start dealing with Israel and Judah, these were two different mindsets, right? Yep. You got Judah going to try to do the right thing, and Israel ain't going to do the right thing at all. So there was a choice, right? So Paul on his way to do what he thought was right. Mm-hmm. Like we could read over there in the Apocalypse of Paul, or the vision of Paul, when the angel told him you were doing the work of the devil in Yeshua's name. Right. Paul thought he was doing the work for the Messiah, but he was actually doing the work for the devil. Mm-hmm. So we got to be careful. We got to really look back. Somebody said earlier, some stuff that we picked up, we thinking we doing it for the Lord, but it's actually the work of the devil. And if you don't never study and get into and find out the craftiness of the devil, you'll continue on in that mess. Let's go now. Hold that spot and let's go to Acts chapter 9. We're going to let Paul tell you and show you why he was poor. Because the brother was on a mission.
Yeah, he was.
Acts chapter 9, and we're going to read verses 1 through 16. Now, this Paul. And just like Paul, you got to be a brother. Because Negroes are always breathing and threatening this woman.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But listen to the book. Go ahead and read, my brother.
And Shaul, yet breathing out threatening and slaughter against the disciples of Yahweh, went unto the high priest and desired of him letters to Damascus to the synagogue. Excuse me, that if he found any of this way, whether they be men or women, he might bring them bound unto Jerusalem.
Man, can you imagine Paul sitting up there? Yeah, y'all come on down here. You know what? I'm come and get you. So you're not going to be running there.
Right, right.
Breathing out threats.
Yep.
He thought he was doing the work of the Messiah, but he was doing the work of the devil. But go ahead and read, brother.
And as he journeyed, he came to Damascus, and suddenly there shined round about him a light from heaven. And he fell to the earth and heard a voice saying unto him, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? And he said, Who art thou, master? And the master said, I am Yeshua whom thou persecutest. It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks.
Now, hold on for a minute. How is he persecuting the Messiah? He's sitting up there at the right hand of the Father. No, he was dealing with his people.
Right.
So that's why he said earlier, hey, man, you got to be careful who you're dealing with and who you're talking. Like you said last night, brother, outstanding lesson, by the way.
All praise.
I fell asleep, but I had earplugs in my ear.
Praise.
Here, you got to go back a little bit. The point I'm making is, you got to be careful of who you persecute.
That's it, bro.
Like I said, Paul thought he was doing the right thing, but he was doing the work of the devil.
Right.
The devil creeping in on your head. You
be seed, can't
may be seed like a bug. And then sometimes you go, hey, why am I in this conversation?
Yeah.
I've done it. I'm telling you, I'll give this charge. Go ahead and read, brother.
And he trembling and astonished said, Master, what wilt thou have me to do? And the master said unto him, Arise and go into the city, and it shall be told thee what thou must do.
Now, this Paul was calling now. Then see that Paul kick against it. Go ahead.
And the men which journeyed with him stood speechless, hearing a voice, but seeing no man.
Oh, they heard the voice and seeing no man.
Yes,
so in other words, they
heard something.
Yeah, they heard something, but they had to be a witness, right?
Right.
But he wasn't talking to them. But go ahead.
And Shaul arose from the earth, and when his eyes were open, he saw no man, but they led him by the hand and brought him into Damascus.
Go ahead. And
he was there 3 days without sight, neither did eat nor drink. And there was a certain disciple at Damascus named Ananias.
Yeah.
And to him said the master in a vision, Ananias, and he said, Behold, I am here, master. And the master said unto him, Arise and go into the street called Straight, and inquire the house of Judas for one called Saul of Tarshish, for behold, he prayed. And he has seen a vision. He has seen in a vision a man named Ananias coming in and putting his hands on him that he might receive his sight. Then Ananias answered, Master, I have heard how many of this man, how much evil he has done to the saints at Jerusalem.
Now that's some confusion right there.
Yeah.
Now this nigga over here was doing some real deeds. But see, like he said, you know, they always try to use this. When the sheep come down and all manner of beasts and all that other stuff, and they try to use that to try to circumvent the dietary law, right? But Most High said, whatever I cleanse, call no man coming, right?
That's right.
So I clean up whoever I want to.
That's it.
It could be the drug dealer all down the street. They're doing all kind of stuff. It could be the whore harlot on it's been whoring for the years.
That's it.
Turn around to you. You done before, ain't it?
That's it.
Okay, go ahead and read.
Verse 14.
Go ahead.
And here he has authority from the chief priest to bind all that call on thy name. But Yahweh said unto him.
Hold on for a minute. Let me expound on that.
Go ahead. Bro.
Read that one more time. That 14.
Okay. And here he has authority from the chief priest to bind all that call on thy name.
Hold on for a minute. Who y'all think the chief priest today? Look, the point I'm making is it wasn't the heathens, it was the chief priests
of Israel.
Wicked men of Israel, when we read over there in the Maccabees.
That's right.
Who consent to the heathens' religion.
That's right.
And laws.
Yeah.
These are the same Negroes right here.
Totally.
Ain't nothing different. The same one that y'all call pastors, senators, Morays, all this other stuff. He said they call, don't you know, some folk, they don't like the word or the name Yeshua. They go by Jesus, but they're not the one of the Bible.
That's right.
You know how I know? I've been doing religious check on jokers. They can holler, Lord, God, all that. They use God because they, you know.
Yeah.
But when you start reading the Bible, man, it vexed the hell out these people's spirit. They look at you real.
And they get upset. I'm upset, ready to fight.
Yes, sir. So they let you know who you're dealing with. So next time they tell me I'm going to pray for them, tell them get their ass away from you. Go ahead and read.
Verse 15.
Yes, sir.
But the master said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel.
Now to go to teach the Gentiles.
And the children of Israel.
He told him to bear my name or to carry my name before the Gentiles. And kings and the children of Israel. That's what he was sent or been called to do. Because he had to go see the Gentiles on certain occasions, and he had to break it down. Then when they sent him, when Israel tried to rail on him, when he went to see Agrippa, when he went to the heathen Gentile, he said, man, yeah, I did all this. I was born a Pharisee and all that. Yeah, I did it, but this missed the same thing we reading right here. He had to break it down to Agrippa. You can go read that.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I got to carry my name, carry his name before the Gentile.
That's right.
But go ahead and read.
16. For I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake.
Yes, sir. That's what it's called. He said, you gonna suffer some stuff.
Suffer. He didn't say great thing he gonna do for my name's sake.
He said suffer.
Woo-wee.
So in other words, when y'all come in this stage, you're like a lot of people go through this little mild persecution, and they can't, hey man, this thing is so hard and blah blah. And then while you got a non-believer, can I keep it one time?
Man, all the time.
Like we got a brother. Brother, stay focused. Don't worry about all that stuff. Don't worry about your real. Yeah. You stay focused. That's your call. But you done let the world and the woman in your ear, and I ain't picking on the women, but we know that the book says Satan behind these women and talk you out of salvation possible.
Doing the work too.
Doing the work. You were doing the work. You had your hands on the plow. But you let them take your salvation. They let you, you let them.
Yeah.
You let them talk you out of it. And I hope and pray that brother come to his senses if it ain't not too late.
Oh, praise.
Or that's anybody, male or female. I don't care who may come to your senses. And you look, and the whole thing about it, he got to be over here with us. Man, return back to your Elohim that you were learning about.
That's it. That's
what this whole thing about. Hopefully that you didn't blaspheme the Ruach.
That's right.
But go ahead and read, bro.
That was it.
That's it on there. Okay, let's go back to Romans 1. Man, we got to encourage people.
That's right, brother.
But still, we got to be stern. We got to stand firm on what we believe in too, man. You know
what? That's that fine line you got to walk as a teacher and the elder.
Yep. We're going to read verses 2 through 4, and then we'll go back to Acts. Go ahead and read.
Which he had promised afore by his prophets in the Holy Scripture.
Hold on for a minute. He said that he gonna be like a caller, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which he promised before by the prophets in the Holy Scriptures, right? Mm-hmm. So the whole when I've been reading, all the people that I know have been calling us the Israelites. Man, I ain't never heard him call no Gentile for no other nation come in and do the work.
Can't read.
Well, even though we know that Job was doing some good works of the Most High,
right? But
we talking about in the priesthood people,
in the covenant.
In the covenant. But go ahead and read.
Verse 3. Concerning his son Yeshua Mashiach, our master, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh, and declared to be the Son of Yah, with power according to the Spirit of holiness, by the resurrection from the dead.
Because Messiah came through Mary, where she was a lineage of David. And that's why he said, made of the seed of David. Come through the lineage or the tribe of Yehuda. Hold that spot and let's go look at it some more. Let's go to Acts chapter 13. Acts chapter 13. Uh-oh. Pushed the wrong one. Acts chapter 13, and we're going to read one verse. verse 33. Let me get there. He brought Messiah on the scene. Messiah is the gospel.
Come on, man.
That's what we're reading about. The gospel being exalted. Messiah being exalted.
Yes, sir.
Put above all gods. But go ahead and read, brother, that one verse. What did it say?
Y'all have to feel the same unto us, their children, in that he has raised up Yeshua again, as it is also written in the second Psalm.
Yeah.
Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee.
He says it's written in the what?
Second Psalm.
Let's go to second Psalms, and we're going to read a few verses in there. We got to go check this out. Make sure Paul on point. Because
Right.
they said some joke was talking about Paul been lying, ain't
That's what they say. That's what they say.
we got some Jake saying that he been lying and all that kind of stuff, but you know, we're trying to check him out. We're gonna read 6 and 7. Second Psalms, just what we just read, verse 6 and 7. What did it say?
Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
Yeah.
I will declare the decree of Yahweh has said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee.
Read that 8 too, because I just want to throw something in there.
Yes, sir. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm gonna read that again.
Yes, sir.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
He talking about the Israelite. We talking about the remnant, the very elect.
Yes, sir.
This is for the very elect, not all Israel, or so-called Israelite, or so-called Negro, Native American. What's that guy on that chart? Whatever your chart you get.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, all of them. Romans. Now we just confirmed that was written in Psalms, right?
Right.
Now let's go back. We just walking this thing down. We're just walking down, family. So when you get people trying to come to you half lying and scripted, when you putting this gospel out, because we all got work to do. You will know exactly when they go there and say, hey man, what he's not talking about. He's talking about exalting the gospel. And they'll try to one line, you will be trying to talk about something else.
Yeah.
But go ahead and read.
Verse 5.
Yes, sir.
By whom we have received grace and apostleship for obedience to the faith among all nations for his name.
You know how we receive, and this one even in the lesson.
Come on, we give it to him.
He said, receiving grace and apostleship for obedience to the faith among all nations for his name's sake. You go there and read Exodus chapter 20. Did he not say that showing mercy upon thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments?
That's right. That's right, brother.
That's all you got to do. Believe in Yeshua, come up on the blood, come to Yeshua, and keep his commandments. Point blank, period.
That's it.
If you don't want to do that, hey, it is what it is. Go ahead. What verse?
We at verse 6, bro.
Go ahead.
Among whom ye are also called of Yeshua Mashiach. To all that be in Rome, beloved of Yah, called to be saints. Grace to you and peace from Yahweh, our Abba, and the Master Yeshua HaMashiach.
He said, to all that be in Rome. He's not talking about everybody in Rome. He's talking to at Rome.
Come on now.
We talking about the assembly at Rome, right?
That's right.
Called to be saved. Number one, people called to be saved.
That's it. That's it.
Man, I think everybody be called to be saved. All right, let's go to Psalms 148. Hold that spot. Let's go to Psalms 148 and confirm that.
Come on now.
He said, prove all things, right?
That's it. Hold fast to that which is good.
Now let's find out who was called to be saints. We can go all over the book.
Yeah.
But we're gonna hit a couple of spots. 148.
148 or 40?
148. Psalms 148. Y'all write these scripts down. Yeah, I think everybody's saint.
Yeah.
Okay, what else is saint?
Come on now.
Paul said he was set apart, right? Separated. That's being a saint, ain't it?
That's right.
What are you saint on? What are you set apart to do? Everybody said we the chosen people. One thing I get these folks in these Sunday school, we are the chosen people. Chosen to do what? And then they look at you crazy, dumbfounded. Now let's find out what a saint who was called to be saints. Psalms 148.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
We don't include the Mexicans and Indians. We don't believe in the 12 tribe chart, and we don't believe that the Mexicans and Indians are any bloodline relation to the Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speak of. So we don't do that. So that's another lesson. We attack that another lesson, but I want to answer that sister question.
Now
we don't believe in the 12 tribe chart. We just don't. And we don't have no biblical proof. And we also have proof saying that they said out of his mouth, Pop Bibbins, that it was a hook to get people to come. I can prove that. We'll deal with that later on. But anyway, I just want to see. I saw that question. I want to deal with that.
No. Hey, hallelujah. Yep. And then you got to find out which ones he's talking about too.
Right, the ones that was dropped on the islands.
Yeah, the one that they never show y'all look like us.
Right.
They down there in Mexico.
That's right.
But on the 12 tribe chart, they got them looking like the other people.
Exactly. That's
so
what we talking about.
That's what we talking about. 148, 13 and 14. We still dealing about who were called to be saints. Go ahead and read, brother.
Let them praise the name of Yahweh.
Yes, sir.
For his name alone is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
His glory is above the earth and Shamayim.
Now we talking about exalting the gospel. Exalting his name, right? Go ahead. What did it say?
He also exalted the horn of his people.
That's the strength, right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
The praise of all his saints, even the children of Israel.
Go ahead.
A people near unto him, praise ye Yahweh.
Hey, the children of Israel, that's plain and simple right there. I need another witness. Okay, let's go to Exodus chapter 19.
Yes, sir.
Let's go a little further. We know who was called to be saint. It's not going to be a long lesson today.
Take your time, brother. Take your time.
Exodus chapter 19. And we're going to read verses 5 through 5 and 6. Man,
okay.
5 and 6. What
yes,
the book say? Now, this is Messiah giving some instructions to the children of Israel that he got from the Father, which we got from Yeshua, and Yeshua got it from the Father. Okay? Now, Moses' job is to go and tell the people what he got from off the mount. Listen to the book.
Verse 5, chapter 19, verse 5. Now, therefore, if you obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And you shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which you shall speak to the children of the world.
No.
Children of Israel.
But children of Israel. Now, we're talking about calling to be saints, a peculiar people, right?
Right.
What's he talking about? See, it was a mixed multitude coming. See, there was a mixed multitude coming out of which God. So he was talking to everybody. He said the children of Israel.
Thank you.
So if the mixed multitude was there, he was including them in, like they trying to do right now. Why is this not happening to the mixed multitude?
That's right.
Let's go to Amos chapter 3.
All right.
Because we're going to let Uncle Amos tell
That's
you.
Right.
Because he shared this one for Amos. And this right here keep your brother Amnon in check. I be trying to sway on some folly every now and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, but I had to come on back because that's just my personality. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's right.
But I know I'm home. What did it say?
Amos chapter 3, verse 1, and I read. Hear this, the word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
No, the mixed multitude.
O children of Israel. Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Mitzrayim or Egypt.
Yeah.
Saying, you only have I known out of all the families of the earth.
Yeah.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity.
Every time you do something, you think you being slick, thinking you getting away, he gonna put that butt.
He ain't crack.
You ain't getting away with nothing. He ain't getting away with nothing. Every time that y'all want to do everything. Every time he do something, y'all want to do right there with him. Yeah. And then he crack your head and he to be
They get a slap on the wrist.
They get a slap on the wrist. They continue to do what they do. You know why? Because those are their idols.
That's right.
We don't supposed to be over there trying to do their thing. If we supposed to be showing them that's not the God or the creator of the world mess. That's y'all mess. That's say the devil stuff. So if you're a child of the devil, you're going to partake in that mess. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. You ain't going to get away with it. I was explaining, we was out doing street teaching last Shabbat. And you know these Negroes, and I've been out of church so long, man.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood. I would tell y'all something. When the brothers out here on street teaching, you can't bring them women out there. I'm telling you right now, the sister, hey, that's boots on the ground in wartime.
Yeah, it is, man.
Them unclean spirits will come at you all kind of ways. They had their pistols. They showing they had their pistol. Man, that mess didn't move us at all. Because the Ruach was on. We know that they can't do no more than what the Most High allowed.
That's it. That's it, bro.
I was sharing this with one of the dudes. He came sideways like a mug talking crazy because he was with two females. I'm going to talk, man, F these niggas, these niggas around here, man. And that's how he was talking to the female. He wouldn't look at us because I was just looking at him. So he walked in the store, man. I said, what's going on, man? Yeah, man, fuck it. That's all right. Hey, Dre, my witness. He didn't look, we looked at each other and shook our head. I said, I'm going to get this big, bro. See, here's the thing, man.
Y'all know this, bro, right?
I done worked that whole area for years. The same, man, them Negroes don't shake me, man. Man, this thing.
Who's not gonna be this?
Man, you should have been there, man. I was talking, man. So the brother, he saw me laying, I was laying up there. So the little girls, they going about their business, right? And then he come walking up. He had a shirt on then. Man, don't you know this man had, like, I'm like, this joker flipped around like, this nigga talking with some sense. He said, yeah, you spoke to me, such and such, such and such. So I started talking to the brother. Man, don't you know the brother humbled himself down? We had a full conversation over there.
There you go.
See, sometimes when you got somebody that want to clown and stuff, you got to get away from their audience and then hit them up then.
Right.
Brother act like, because if he was real on it, man, he would have continued. I don't know who was all in his feelings.
Right. He did 180 degrees.
Man, that man was talking. Brother Dre, if he on here, he was like, I was chopping up with that brother. Patience. I could have said, man, F this nigga bending back and forth. Right. No, because one thing I know that when the Ruach on you, them unclean spirits got to bow down.
They got to flee, man.
And then the brother told me, well, man, you know, I'm a Muslim. You a Muslim out here doing this? No, they don't add up. Right. Muslim more one thing I say about Farrakhan, the men in Farrakhan camp, they way more disciplined than that. You won't see them out there doing that.
Right.
We supposed to be like that. That's a damn shame. You got jokers in other camps and these other religions more disciplined than theirs than the Israelites. And half the stuff they got it from our holy manuscript.
You can read that in the well, I ain't gonna say holy Quran. You can read that in the Quran where they got most of their teachings from. That's
what we supposed to be on. It's a lot of them brother discipline. A lot of man worshipers though, like a lot of Israelites. But go ahead and read. Where are we, brother? About to go in a whole nother lesson. All right, let's go back. Now he said we the only families of the earth we have never ever known. We are ones who called to be saints.
That's right.
When you don't want to be a saint, then he'll catch you and start cracking your head just like he's gonna do these other nations in the future, right? So you can't be like these other nations. They get away with it all day long. We're not. Verse 8, and we're going to look at it some more. He called us to be saints, set apart, separated. So if he called us to be saints, set apart, and separated, like Paul said, I was called separated as an apostle for the gospel, to teach this gospel. So in other words, I've been set apart from the Pharisee sect that I used to be in.
Right.
I'm no longer practicing on being a Pharisee, which are hypocrites.
Right.
They always point out, Pharisees damn Sabbath police. They follow Messiah around all the time,
right?
Accusing him of stuff.
That's right.
Who else was in heaven doing the same thing? The damn devil.
That's it.
Accusing the brethren day and night.
Right. That's right, bro.
Just like the Pharisees be doing. Every time you turn around, see them.
Yeah.
And they always right, and they justify their wrongdoings when they think they right. I hope I said that.
You said it right.
But anyway, one verse. verse 8.
Verse 8?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. First, I thank my Elohim through Yeshua HaMashiach for you all, that your faith is spoken throughout the whole world.
Now, Paul talking to the assembly or the saints that is Rome. And he's talking about their faith being spoken throughout the whole world. What world you think he's talking about? You think he's talking about the worldly world? The world don't want to hear their faith in the Hamashiach. The world he's talking about. Let's go look at this world. We got a little world we call we might not say world, but we always say what's some of the terminology they use in the household of faith, or throughout Israel. We'll use that terminology because the world not focused in. We got a whole lot of platforms that Israelite brethren, they got some sisters in this thing too. They're teaching this word, and we begin to know each other and some of the works that other people do. That's the world we're talking about. But let's look at the real world. Let's go into Isaiah chapter 45. Hold your spot. When he said that this statement spoken out, your faith throughout the whole world. Isaiah 45. Paul taking the conversation back to Corinth, church in Colossae, Thessalonica, Jerusalem, Ephesus, all those places. That's where the conversation being said that, hey, the church in Rome, faith is strong. 45, I'm going to read 2 verse, 3, 17 through 19. Let's look at the world that their faith being spread abroad through. Go ahead and read, brother.
But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with an everlasting salvation.
That everlasting salvation is Yeshua. Go ahead.
Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
That's Israel, baby.
That's it.
Israel is a world without end, but go ahead.
For thus said Yahweh that created the heavens, Yah himself that formed the earth and made it. He has established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited.
Yes, sir.
I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I, Yahweh, speak righteousness. I declare the things that are right.
He's teaching us righteousness, man. He said, look, your faith is in Yeshua. That spread it out through the whole world of Israel, not the whole world of the heathen.
Right.
We talking about the conversation through the household of faith.
That's right.
That is it for among the saints. Now, let's go back. Let's go back to Romans. So when they try to come to you, see, he went to the world. Nobody. The world he speak of.
Yeah, he did. He went to the world of the Israelites.
Of the Israelites.
The community or the nation.
Let's pick it up at verse 9. Now, like he said, that their faith was spoken throughout the whole world. But go ahead and read.
For Yah is my witness, whom I serve with my spirit in the gospel of his son, that without ceasing I make mention of you always in my prayer.
You hear what Paul's saying? He praying for these people always. Every time he go into prayer, he mentioned the people. Are we doing that? I know I got to do better.
Yes, sir.
But go ahead.
Making requests, if by any means now at length I might have a prosperous journey by with the will of Yah to come unto you. For I long to see you, that I may impart unto you some spiritual gift to the end that it may be established.
See, that's another thing too. We get together, we got to start pouring out some of these spiritual gifts on these brothers and sisters, that they may be equipped so they can go out and do the work or do the will of the Most High. That's what we need to be on. The hell with all this other stuff that the world that used to be in this world. Remember, we supposed to let that mess go when we got baptized. How long you gonna hang on to that stuff? But go ahead, brother.
Verse 12. That is, that I may be comforted together with you by the mutual faith, both of you and me. Now I will not have you ignorant, brother, that in oftentimes I purpose to come unto you, but was let here thereto. But was let here thereto, that I might have some fruit among you also, even as among other Gentiles.
Man, look, he said, I don't want you to be ignorant, brethren. Why is he talking to the brethren?
Mhm.
Because that's the order of the church.
That's it, bro.
We got to establish and put, like Paul said, man, do we make void the law?
Nope. God forbid.
He said, we're supposed to be in this earth, establishing the law, putting the law, statute, commandments back on the table.
That's it.
How can we put law, statute, commandments back on the table when we still partaking in idolatry and folly?
That's it.
I'm just trying to figure that one out.
That's it, bro.
It ain't just for the brethren, it's for the sisters too.
Mm-hmm.
We are a nation. But go ahead, brother.
Verse 14.
Yeah.
I am a debtor both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, both to the wise and to the unwise.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as in me, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are in Rome also.
Mm-hmm.
For I am not ashamed of the gospel of the Mashiach, for it is the power of Yah unto salvation to everyone that believeth, the Yahudim first,
Mm-hmm.
and also the Greek.
Mm-hmm. So this thing got to come through Israel.
Got to. First to the southern tribe of Judah,
Yeah,
and then to the 10 tribes that are scattered among the Greek nations.
that's it. Because we could read another place now. Well, brother, I don't agree with that, man.
I don't care.
We just read where he said that I'm going to give the heathen or the nation for your inheritance.
Thank you.
So which one is it?
That's it.
If they're going to be in heaven, now keep in mind how we are in this diaspora.
Mm-hmm.
We are not home. We strangers when we go back to Israel. It is what it is. But the point making, when we do go back home, if we make it in the first resurrection,
Come on now.
they are going to be our handmaids and servants. There ain't nothing you can do. It is written and it's been spoken out of the Most High's mouth. Ain't nothing going to change.
That's that.
You can go and get you some tan. You can go get you some wigs. Hey, brother, sister,
Right.
y'all go try to look like the heathens all you want to. But at the end of the day, Israel, the very elect, those who going to make the first resurrection are going to inherit these people.
That's it. Bro.
Point blank, period.
That's it.
And they're not going to treat them like we were treated in this nation here or any other nation. It's going to be treated with holiness. But please believe me, you can read it. That rod of iron shall be cast out.
What?
Because there shall be some rebellion amongst them people.
Right. That's right.
So y'all think we teach witchcraft, prove us wrong.
With the Bible, not with your feelings.
Not with your feelings.
With the Bible.
Book, chapter, and verse.
Right. Verse 17.
Yes, sir.
For therein is the righteousness of Yah,
Yeah.
revealed from the faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith.
Mm-hmm.
For the wrath of Yah revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness.
Now, hold on for a minute. Now we getting ready to get into, now, did we skip something?
I don't think we did, brother.
I supposed to have been stopping at 19.
That was 18.
That was 18.
Yeah, I ain't read 19.
Hold on for a minute. I didn't skip something. I supposed to stop at 16.
Oh, I'm sorry,
My
brother.
bad. See, we got talking up there. T-Book got the talking carrying on. Hold on a minute. Let me regroup, family. He said that he's not ashamed for the gospel of Christ.
That's right.
For it is the power of Elohim unto salvation to everyone that believeth, for the Yahudim first and also to the Greek.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go into Psalms chapter 22.
All right.
I'm like, man, we rolling. I knew this wasn't gonna be a long class because if I put the other one there, man, we'll have one of those Tuvaya and have a brown witch cow. So I ain't want to be up in those 4 hours. And some change, you know what I'm saying?
Man, them brothers got some zeal and zest for the
Yes,
Most
sir.
High.
Because he said he declared righteousness, his righteousness in the congregation, right? So that one verse, Psalms 22 and verse 22, what does it say?
I will declare thy name unto my brethren.
To his who?
To his brethren.
Paul always addressed the brethren. But go ahead.
In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee.
the midst of the congregation or the assembly.
Of the assembly.
But I praise thee.
Let's
look at it some more. Let's go to Psalm chapter 40, one verse. Psalm chapter 40. Proverbs. We're going to Psalms, Mr. Paul. Chapter 40 and verse 9. What did it say?
I have preached righteousness in the great congregation.
Mm-hmm.
Lo, I have not refrained my lips, O Yahweh. Thou knowest.
He said, I preach righteousness. Let's look at this word, righteousness. It says, what is right or just or normal, righteousness, justness, right?
Mm-hmm.
It said of law. I'm just skipping through a little bit. Y'all see what's in there. Of God as covenant keeping and redemption. In name of Messiah King, of people enjoying salvation. He said he gonna teach righteousness in the great congregation.
That's right, bro.
Let's go back to Romans. We are getting righteousness in the great congregation. Because when you reading his word and putting your words out the table, we reading righteousness ain't nothing but instructions.
That's it.
Read this 17. We're gonna read 17 and verse 18. What does it say?
For therein is the righteousness of Yah revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith.
Mm-hmm.
For the wrath of Yah revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness.
Woo-wee. Now, a lot of, like they say, see, these the son of preachers. See, these son of preachers hold the truth in unrighteousness. Now, let's look at it a little closer, y'all. Ain't just the son of preachers.
Now,
he said, those.
Yeah.
He said, of unrighteous men who hold the truth in unright. They know the truth.
They know it.
They ain't gonna do it. Bro, let's go to Acts chapter 17. Hold that spot. Acts chapter 17. Here a little and there a little.
That's right.
Line upon line.
Yes, sir.
Like you said, Isaiah, whom shall we teach knowledge and understand doctrine? You got to be weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
That's right.
If you still on that milk and you can't get this strong meat, this is a milk lesson. But check this out. One verse. What did it say? Hold on for a minute.
Acts.
We're in Acts chapter 17.
Verse 30.
Now read that 29. We're gonna read 29 to 30. I'm gonna throw that 29. Okay. What does it say?
For as much then as we are the offspring of Yahweh, we ought not to think that the Godhead or the Elohim is like unto gold or silver or stone, graven art by a man's device.
He said, man, don't think that gods are materialistic stuff.
Right.
Because it's written like, he said, man, a lot of jokers think gain is godliness. Because they got a lot of stuff that the Most High has blessed them. You know what I'm saying? The more debt you got, that's basically what they got. They blessed.
Right.
It's blessed to be in a big old house. It's blessed to have these expensive cars and all my clothes and all this stuff. Ooh, we so blessed. But you in debt like a mug. He said, man, God, the Elohim is not like it to that. But go ahead. What's that 30 say?
And the times of this ignorance, y'all winked at.
He said he winked at you when you was in all that. He winked at all of us when we was in that folly. We was in that folly.
That's
but
right.
Go ahead and read.
But now commanded all men everywhere to repent.
He said, man, he want us. He want everybody to turn from that foolishness. He winked at ours, and I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All praise he winked at my ignorance. I can't speak for y'all. I know y'all feel the same. I do.
Yes, sir.
When are we gonna be like the Elohim, start winking at other people ignorant? We supposed to be Christ-like, ain't it?
That's it.
When are we gonna start that? Oh, we'll be like the Pharisees. Uh-huh. Get the brethren on the phone. See, they're like they brought that woman who we call her in adultery.
Yeah.
And they brought the woman, but they forgot the dude.
Mm-hmm.
They said they call her in the very act.
What dude it?
Oh. See, there goes Satan the devil trying to tempt the Messiah again, trying to catch him slipping.
And look, they knew the law. That's why they went away soft.
They went on, slid on off.
They thought they were gonna pull one over on your shoe.
Mm-hmm. See, I told you that. I told you this shit. Why you hear me going out and make me look like food in front of that man for, man? I'm gonna start fooling with you too, man.
But you see how the devil will deceive you even when you know what the right is.
Yeah.
You will be deceived. Now you done brought this woman to this man, saying she was in adultery. Knowing the law say both of them, you got to bring both of them there.
She probably set up the thing of these mother dumbest.
She probably was.
But she went to the Savior.
That's right.
And he what?
Hey man, he forgave her. He gave her a pass.
He wept at her ignorance. Said, hey, go and sin no more. In other words, whatever you doing, stop it.
Does he?
Repent. That's what he told the woman. Y'all know the story. Y'all done read it several times. Now, let's go to Colossians. Because he said he winked at our foolishness. Our ignorance, I'm going to put it that way. That foolishness, he tear your butt up on that. Mm-hmm. When you're doing stuff out of ignorance, not knowing that you doing something, you know you do something, you know you ain't.
Right.
It's just ignorant. So like got people out here, I can't beat these folks up. These folks are in ignorance. Ain't nobody never taught them the book. Though I told them, young ladies at work, I said, y'all never been taught the Bible. I really didn't want to talk to them because their husband wasn't there. I talk to them women when they got husbands. Right. Get your husband here, give him this card. Say, holler at the brother. Other than that, man, I don't be want to talk to them. Because next thing you know, I'm gonna be, you know me, man. I'm gonna be in one with them. Right. Because they don't want to let they little
folly go.
Nope. Hey, want to ask me about the dietary law. You sure you want this answer? Because I'm open the book and let you read it. I ain't finna tell you nothing.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it with you so I can refresh my memory.
Right.
One verse. What did it say?
Verse 6.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Verse 6.
For which things sake the wrath of Yah cometh on the children of disobedience.
He said, man, look, he winked at our ignorance. And he said, which things sake the wrath of Yah coming up on the children of disobedience. We read over there in Amos, you're not going to get away with that. Nothing. You go there and read in Exodus chapter 20, he says, showing mercy upon thousands of them who love me and keep my commandments. So what are we doing? These are the consequences of unbelief. You got to pay. It is what it is.
You got to.
We talking about those who hold the truth and unrighteousness.
That's right, bro.
Now, if you holding the truth and unrighteousness, meaning that I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I ain't gonna do it.
Right.
That's plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you don't supposed to be partaking in certain things, and you're gonna do it anyway. That's unbelief, and there's a consequence for it.
That's it.
It might not hit you right now, but it hits you later on down the road. So whenever something come up, you be like, it gonna pop up in your mind. Oh, that's reason why.
Mm-hmm. He gonna bring it to your remembrance.
Totally. Let's go back. It's just something, family. We ain't beating up on nobody. This is for my edification and admonishment itself, because that's why we're going through these epistles, man, brothers and sisters, so we can learn. Because I'm telling you right now, some of y'all, the Most High had to get some of y'all right now, y'all will be gone. And I'm talking about back on the other side, because you were saying it's too hard for me. Y'all know. This is a discipline thing.
That's right.
You know how some of y'all got children, they hard hitters, I don't know what, and you don't know what, man, I'm so tired of that joker, man, you gonna do, I'm just gonna knock his damn head off.
Right.
Y'all should understand. We as parents should understand. And I'm sick of this fly. I'm gonna buy me a zapper.
Yeah.
Romans 1, we'll read 19 through 21.
All right.
What did you say?
Because that which may be known of Yah is manifest in them, for Yah has shown it unto them.
He said, man, look, they hold the truth in unrighteousness. And Messiah showed it to him like he's showing it to us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you open this book, he's showing it to you. If somebody reading it to you, they showing it to you. So they were about what? Go ahead and read that 20.
For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse.
He even showed them, they know the Holy Ghost is not part of the Godhead. They know that.
They know it.
But they still keep telling you if you talk to, like you said, the Trinity, the Trinity. What about the Trinity? Okay, what about it? Don't let the young lady keep asking, well, what about the Trinity? What about it? You don't believe in the Trinity? Negro, what about the Trinity? Explain to me the Trinity. You keep hollering about some Trinity.
They can't.
You know why I couldn't reason with that sister? Because she was Dr. such and such, such and such. Yeah. One of the teachers.
Had the letters behind her name.
She had the letter name. And then I was breaking stuff down. Oh, go ahead and teach this English class. This ain't got nothing to do with no damn English class.
Right.
That was her subject. She taught.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Right.
This ain't got nothing to do with man. What you call it? This got a spiritual thing. I had to break it. Put on made it plain to the sister.
Right.
If you don't possess the Ruach, which is the Holy Spirit, they're gonna lead and guide you all truth. You'll never get this book right.
Nope.
This ain't no English book, sucker.
Nope.
That over there is an English book.
Right. They book.
This is a holy manuscript.
Written to a people.
Written to a people.
For a people.
Yes, sir.
And by a people.
That's right.
So you can miss me with that.
Those are the battles that you will be dealing with. See, when you deal with when the Messiah were dealing with the Pharisees and all that, they want to know what his credential was, right?
Yeah.
Where you
ain't never went to no school of law.
Yep. And they didn't know. They were so damn dumb. They didn't realize I'm the one that's the lawgiver put it on the earth.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how dumb and puffed up man can be when he get a little knowledge. This is what we're gonna be dealing with, brothers and sisters, when we out here dealing with you folks. That's why we have to, you have to cut off prime time, whatever, if you spend more time in this book, in this spirit, on the spiritual side, you're gonna see yourself growing. You're gonna grow.
That's it.
Then you will be able to, like you said, quench them fiery dots. But if you don't have nothing to quench or nothing to fight with, they're gonna get you every time. You're gonna be in there fumbling and stuff, trying to memorize script, and you're gonna be so nervous because it's gonna be on you. You're gonna be trying to Google stuff, man, instead of just because all the stuff they got is basic anyway.
Yeah.
Easy work.
That's it. They don't understand the deep things of the Most High.
Easy work.
And he said the Ruach gonna lead and guide you in all truth anyway. He don't even get no thought of what you gonna say.
Nope.
He said the Ruach gonna tell you what to say.
That's it. If you connected.
Right.
Now if you disconnected, hey, it is what it is. Here, they might convince you that there's a Trinity. I don't know. What verse?
We have 21, bro.
Go ahead and read it.
Because that when they knew Yah, they glorified him not as Yah, neither was thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was dark.
But see, look what I built. Look what we building. That was a guy that said that, ain't it? Look what we building. This is we. This is us.
Yeah,
He said that because when they knew Elohim, they glorified him not as Elohim. Let's go and look at somebody who didn't glorify him as Elohim. Let's go into Revelation first, chapter 16. We're going to read a few verses in here. We almost done, y'all. This is not a long class. Revelations chapter. These suckers trying to keep me from. Y'all know these folks mad at me because I won't donate. I tell you what, y'all can't. I'm gonna minimize this down here. I got y'all. Yes, sir, I got you. Y'all ain't getting nothing. Revelation chapter 16. And we're going to read verses 7 through 9. Let me blow it back up. We're going to read verses 7 through 9. When you get it, my brother, go ahead and read.
And I heard another out of the altar say, even so, Master El Elyon, God Almighty, true and righteous are thy judgments. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and the power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. And men were scorched with a great heat, and blasphemed the name of Yahweh, which had the power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory.
He said, man, they blasphemed his name and they did not give him glory.
Why they getting burned up?
Why they getting burned up? Why you going through some fire and stuff? When you going through some trials and tribulations, you refuse to give him the glory.
That's right.
Why this happened to me, you mad at it and pointing fingers at everybody, blaming everybody, instead of giving all praise and say, hey, I know if you got that faith,
That's
like
right.
Job had,
That's it.
he could want to tell, hey, if that brother go, we ain't been nowhere near none of the stuff he going through.
None of that.
He said, but they glorified me not. Let's go look at Acts. Let's go to Acts. Look at something. They blaspheme my name and they ain't gonna give me no glory. It's all about what they done. Let's look at a couple of examples, y'all. Let's look at Peter. Peter is arrested. And Peter going through something. Because they was always, see, look, when they thought they killed out the Messiah, this was already prophesied, right? They had to go after the disciples. Check this out though.
Acts chapter 12, verse 1. Now, about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church.
Yeah.
And he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also.
Hold on a minute. Now, it pleased the heathens.
No, the Jew, the Yahudim.
Oh, it pleased your own people to see the disciples or the apostles who bringing forth truth to be slaughtered. Hey, it's going to happen again, folks. Go ahead and read it.
Then were the days of unleavened bread.
Man, round the feast time, there's always some stuff popping off.
Always
Satan always,
all
the feast day, man, there's always some drama going on. Why is Satan always attack on just before Shabbat and the holy feast days? He do it all the time, man. He stirred up Herod's spirit. I'm quite sure Paul was on that same thing around the feast days because he knew that people gonna come.
They're gonna be gathered together.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of them with one hit.
One hit. Go ahead and read.
And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to four quarters of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people.
Man, you know what? Satan always want to throw you in prison. You go read that Revelation chapter. You know what? While we here, let's go here.
All right.
Put a finger here.
All right.
Let's see who always want to throw you in prison. Revelation chapter 2. There comes Satan, the devil, something else. See, when you playing the devil, being the devil, Revelation chapter 2, and we going, where is it? Yeah, Revelation 2. Now, this is amidst the church in Smyrna. We're going to read read 9 and 10.
All right.
Because I got to read, we got to read that. Because sometimes we'll read it here. See, they always want to associate this with the so-called Jewish nation now. Well, who is he really talking to? We've been reading that when Herod came to do the thing in, it pleased the Jews, right? Read it. What that 9 say?
I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Now,
the only one that I knew that the Pharisee was Judah, right? Or Jews. Did not Messiah call them I know that you seek to kill me, but you was of your father the devil.
That's what he said.
So I don't think Messiah was talking to some heathens at this time. But go ahead and read.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Now, last time I checked, when Messiah, they were telling them to crucify the Messiah. You know what? Throw him in jail. Which God came to do? Israel was always behind jokers going to jail. They tried to make it seem like the heathens always. No, Israel was. Which about our forefathers to ask, you still see some of this stuff today.
Yeah.
Just like if we go out there and start talking, just say we go out there and preaching this thing on the corner, whatever, in the black neighborhood. I don't think so-called white folk gonna come in the black neighborhood, call police because the Negroes out there on the corner. No, it's our own people.
That's it.
Satan always want to throw you in jail. Now let's go back to this Romans and look at Herod, who being the devil himself, Verse 12, what did it say?
Yeah, verse 5.
Where verse?
You're going back to Acts, right?
Yeah, go back there. I'm in the wrong. Yeah, Acts. Sorry, family. Let me strike this out. Man, I'm trying to look at this daggone paper. Now I'm back on track. Keep
stopped off on 5.
Keep me on point there, bro.
All praise.
Let me blow this up for the people. Yes, sir. Let's eat.
Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayers were made without ceasing of the church unto Yah for him.
See how the church we supposed to do when our brothers and sisters in a dire strait, not dire strait, but tribulation. We supposed to send out some prayers. But go ahead and read.
And when Herod would have brought him forth, that same night, Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers, bound with 2 chains, and keepers before the door kept the prison.
Boy, they didn't want him to get away for nothing then.
And behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him, and a light shined in the prison. And he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, Arise up quickly. And the chains fell from off his hand.
You know what? I ain't gonna go there. I'm just a man of who.
Yeah, he's smacking pretty hard.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the angel said unto him, Gird thyself and bind on thy sandals. So he did. And he said unto him, Cast thy garment about thee and follow me. And he went out and followed him, and wished not that it was true which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision. When they were past the first and the second ward, they came into the iron gate that leadeth unto the city, which opened it to them of his own accord.
Man, can you imagine walking down through there? Hey man, remember that old goofy movie they had, Tale from the Crypt with the Joker?
Yeah.
The black dude, supposed to be in a gang banger down in jail, and as the dude was walking down through there, the doors and stuff was open. Yeah. Dude, he never caught on to it. He kind of like, hold on for a minute.
Yeah.
When I read that, it took me back to that movie. But go ahead and read.
Came to the iron gate that leadeth unto the city, which opened to them of his own accord. And they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. And when Peter was come to himself, he said, Now I know of a surety that Yahweh has sent his angel and has delivered me out of the hand of Herod and from all the expectation of the people of the Yahudim.
You see how the Most High deliver you? When you being faithful?
Come on,
you got faith in the Yeshua.
That's right.
He said, hey, man, I got you. It may not seem like I got you.
Right.
But I got you. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and read, brother.
And when he had considered the thing, he came to the house of Mary, the mother of John, whose surname was Mark, where many were gathered together and praying. Together and praying.
See, now these are the ones that was praying for. That's what we're supposed to be doing. See, they were together around there talking with me. Yeah, I know that nigga. See, all that stuff. I knew that. Remember, he was Pharisees now.
Right. So
maybe he was still doing some Pharisee-centric. I'm just making up some words. But anyway, that was we supposed to be on. But go ahead, brother.
And Kepha knocked at the door of the gate, and the damsel came to hearken, named Rhoda. And when she knew Peter's voice, she opened the gate for gladness.
She opened not.
She opened not the gate for gladness, but ran in and told how Peter stood before the gate. And they said unto her, thou art mad. But she constantly affirmed that it was even so. Then said they, it is an angel. But Peter continued knocking. And when they had opened the door and saw him, they were astonished. But he beckoned unto them with hand to hold their peace, declaring unto them how Yahweh had brought him out of the prison. And he said, go, show these things to James and to the brethren. And he departed and went in another place.
Hey, you see how powerful that the saints get to praying?
That's
and
right,
the Most High was sitting at the angel full. I'll never forget when I was in the hospital with pneumonia, whatever. Man, I felt the ruah. I felt the anointing coming on. They came in there and looked at me like, damn, you feeling okay? And these other folks in there dying.
Right. That's right, bro.
When you got saints praying for you, you better be around some people gonna pray for you. We talking about some folks who, they say, fervent.
Fervent prayer.
Yes, sir. That's who you need around you. Not folks that gonna sit around and whisper and talk about you. But go ahead, brother.
Verse 18.
Yes, sir.
Now, as soon as it was day, there were no small stirring among the soldiers what was become of Peter.
Oh, there's some uproar now.
Yeah. And when Herod had sought for him and found him not, he examined the keepers and commanded that they should be put to death. And he went down from Judea to Caesarea and there abode.
Now, this was it. Now, Herod finna get his head split.
Good.
Go ahead and read.
And Herod was highly displeased with them of Tyre and Zidon.
See, when you gonna mess with the children of Israel, the apple of the Most High, the very elect.
That's right.
You know already killed James.
Right.
You in trouble, Herod.
That's it.
You cast what you got in prison.
Yep.
See, when the Most High get ready to do something to you, and see, that's one thing a lot of the heathens don't understand. I'm gonna make you do something to one of the Israelites, even though I'm gonna raise them up at the last day.
Right.
But I want to do something to your behind.
That's it.
And this was going on with Herod.
That's it, bro.
Herod's cup was full.
That's
So
it.
go ahead and read, brother.
But they came with one accord to him. And having made Blastus, the king's chamberlain, their friend, desired peace, because their country was nourished by the king's country. And upon a set day, Herod, arrayed in royal apparel, sat upon his throne and made an oration unto them. And the people gave a shout, saying, it is the voice of a God and not of a man. And immediately the angel of Yahweh smote him, because he gave not Yahweh the glory, and he was eating of worms and gave up the ghost.
You sit on this, bro. You see him up there?
Yeah.
I am a God, ain't it?
Yeah.
And then say all praise to the Most High or the Creator, whatever they
That's
said
right.
back in the day. Joe would say, man, it was a good lesson. Man, what we always say, man, all praise to the Most High. Man, all praises to the Most High. Or we may say all praise.
That's it.
But we get that to the Most High.
Yes, sir.
But we could be doing all kind of stuff
Yeah.
that we used to do.
Right.
Let's go to Daniel and look at some more. I didn't want to show y'all there, hey, he did not give the glory, and that's why he got his head popped. Did he say that, hey, they hold the truth and not righteousness? Right. Then we got into they didn't steal, they blaspheme his name, and they didn't give the glory to him. Because the Most High, hey, he put whoever he want in certain spots. Ain't nothing you can do about it. The lesson is, when somebody try to give you praise, you give that praise to the Most High.
That's right.
And it's on your shoe.
That's it.
Get in the praise. And whatever your accomplishments are,
that's it.
You give it to him. Daniel chapter 4, we're going to read verse, start at 18. This is Nebuchadnezzar. Another heathen on something. And the Most High use heathens in other nations. Whenever Israel in captivity, he gonna use that person to do certain things. He gonna either whether it's good or bad. He can mess with their mind and make them do right, or he can mess with them. Okay, I done had enough of you.
Right, and let them feel they cup up.
So I'm gonna have you to do something to the Israelites so I can crack your head. That's just protocol.
That's it.
Just like he had told Paul, man, why are you persecuting thou me?
That's it.
You dealing with my people. Even though you are my people, but you persecuting the very elect, Paul. You, right. In other words, see, at that time, he wasn't all in with Israel, the household of faith. They'll let you know your own people can do you in. They ain't got nothing to do with you.
That's it.
We ain't got nothing to do with each other.
Right. All skin folk ain't kin folk.
That's just like I use some of these Israelite camps. If you're not part of their camp, they don't have nothing to do with you. Guess what? They're not part of the household of faith. I don't give a damn how many people they got and what kind of uniforms they wear. Because that's their stuff.
That's right.
This is Daniel dealing with the Most High gonna be dealing with Nebuchadnezzar. When you get it, brother, we're gonna read verses 18 through 37. Look what the Most High did to this heathen for not giving him the glory. Go ahead and read.
This dream our king Nebuchadnezzar have seen. Now, O Belteshazzar, declare the interpretation thereof. For as much as all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make known unto me the interpretation, but thou art able, for the Ruach, the spirit of the holy gods, is in thee. Then Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, was a stone for 1 hour, and his thoughts troubled him. And he spake and said, Belteshazzar, let not the dream or the interpretation thereof trouble thee. Belteshazzar answered and said, my lord, the dream be to them that hate thee, and the interpretation thereof to thine enemies. The tree that thou sawest, which grew and was strong, whose height reached unto the heavens, and the sight thereof to all the earth, whose leaves were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and in the meat for all, and it was meat for all, under which the beasts of the field dwelt, upon the branches of the fowls of the heaven had their habitation. So this kingdom was plentiful. Yeah. Fat, we're waxing fat. Spread out. Blessing is broken in this kingdom. But go ahead and see, and the kingdom start doing good and all that. And sometimes you see that I use this it's like some of the guys in the ministry. They see the ministry growing and all the folks coming in and they get some good donations and they think this they doing. Get on swole, but go ahead and read. 22. It is thou, O king, that art grown and become strong. For thy greatness is grown and reaching unto heaven, and thy dominion to the end of the earth. Boy, he laid this thing out for Nebuchadnezzar. Yep. And whereas the king saw a watcher and an holy one coming down from heaven and saying, hew the tree down and destroy it, yet leave the stump of the roots thereof in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field. Now, that means that this tree can grow again, but the one that's standing got to go. Right. But we leave the roots in the ground. So who gonna come in behind him? The iron and the brass. Rolling grease. There it is. But go ahead and read. And let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts of the field, till 7 times pass over him. This is the interpretation, O king, and this is the decree of the Most High, which is come upon my lord the king. Keep on. Yes, sir. Okay. That they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and they shall make thee to eat grass like as oxen, and they shall wet thee with the dew of heaven. 7 times shall pass over thee, until thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. See, he's spoken there, boy. Nebuchadnezzar in some trouble now. That's right. Go ahead and read. And giveth it to whomsoever he will. He said he's gonna give it to whosoever. That's why we vote. Why you spend your time voting? See, when you don't have knowledge, when you in ignorance, the Most High got to wink at that. Man, why the hell I'm going to vote for somebody that I already know the Most High going to set them up? That's it. In this heathen nation. Why I vote for these heathens anyway? Right. I don't trust the vast majority of y'all anyway. Right. The only one I trust is the one that came into the household of faith, and they proven themselves. Other than that, I don't trust them. And see, that's the thing. He just said Deuteronomy 15 and 17. If he ain't of your brother, you shouldn't set him up over you anyway. Point blank, period. But go ahead and read. And whereas they commanded to leave the stump of the tree roots, thy kingdom shall be sure unto thee, after that thou shalt have known that the heavens do rule.
That's right.
Wherefore, O king, let my counsel be acceptable unto thee, and break off thy sins by righteousness, and by thy and thine iniquities by showing mercy to the poor, if it may be a lengthening of thy tranquility.
See, man, that's another thing in this wicked earth now. They go down to the poor. We all poor, be honest with you.
Right.
They don't keep it real. I don't care. I make 6 figures. Man, I don't give a damn.
Ain't no but debt anyway.
That's debt. You can make 7 figures. You still got debt. You ain't got the money like these folks. You got some little play money that they can cut off any given day.
Anytime they want to.
They got the real money, the silver and the gold.
That's right.
And he said, showing mercy to the poor. How many people show mercy to the poor? Joe would walk past the poor like, they can get a job.
Yeah, get a job.
He even get a job. I was on that one time. And some of them do need to get a job because we know they're out there hustling the hell out of the folks on the corner.
Right.
We know that. But go ahead and read.
Verse 28. All this came upon the king Nebuchadnezzar.
See, when you're the king over all the earth, you got responsibility just like Job. Job had all this riches and stuff, and he had folk coming in. He coming in, he wouldn't let them leave. They'll come and get their little package deal. And he said, you gonna eat? He would not let them leave without eating. That's part of the deal. And they were poor people. The Most High blessed them, gave him all this stuff. When he give you all this stuff, what you supposed to do with it?
Help somebody.
Oh, I'm keeping it to myself. They need to get them a job. They don't want that. And that's why a lot of y'all don't have a lot of stuff because you don't want to give nobody anything. You ain't gonna do it for the purpose of the kingdom. He knows who to give the money to. He knows who to give the blessings to. A lot of us don't need big money and all that stuff because we are depart from the household of faith.
Hey, what? We gone.
You're too selfish. You ain't gonna help nobody because you hate to. You don't. Let me stop. Go ahead and read, brother. Because I'm about to go.
Verse 29.
Go ahead.
At the end of the 12 months, he walked in the palace of the kingdom of Babylon.
Yeah.
And the king spake and said, is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house of the kingdom, that it might be of my power and for the honor of my majesty?
My.
Yeah.
My.
That's it, bro.
I did all this.
Yep.
If it wasn't for me, this wouldn't happen.
Come on.
Somebody who poo-poo and boo-boo on himself all the time.
Yeah.
You can pull something off like this. Come on, man. Go ahead and read.
While the word was in the king's mouth,
there
fell a voice from the heaven saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to thee it is spoken, the kingdom is departed from thee, and they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and they shall make thee eat grass as oxen. 7 times or 7 years shall pass over thee, until thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will. The same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men, and did eat grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till his hairs were grown like eagle's feathers, and the nails like bird claws.
Boy, I bet he looked rough out there,
like a hot mess, boy.
See, he could do that.
Yeah.
Hell, man and beast was made on the same day, so he could set us beat. Get on out there.
Yep.
I'm letting you know. I'm gonna sit you right out there and let somebody else come in and take your spot.
Yeah.
That's what he'll do for you.
Yes, sir.
He'll make over show you basically what he's saying.
Yep.
All that, my. Now I'm gonna see you get up out of that condition you in.
Can't.
But go ahead and read.
And at the end of the days, I Nebuchadnezzar lifted mine eyes unto heaven. And my understanding returned unto me.
See that? He said, my understanding returned unto me. Let me know. Man, I was tripping with the God of Israel. And this a heathen. He looked up and humbled himself. So that means that these heathens know how to humble themselves and recognize who running stuff. They ain't crazy like y'all think they are. Israel. But go ahead and read.
And I blessed the Most High, And I praised and honored him that liveth forever, whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom from generation to generation.
So I'm gonna let you know, if you read further in some of these in the book, man, this man here loved Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
They love Daniel. Daniel was no sellout. Daniel, you know how we know Daniel want to sell out? All you gotta do is go read Daniel chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel took care of his folk. You got to use Babylon with
Babylon good for that's it.
That's it. Go ahead and read.
35.
Mm-hmm.
And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he doeth according to his will in the army of heaven and among the inhabitants of the earth. And none can stay his hand or say unto him, what doest thou?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, my reason returned unto me, and for the glory of my kingdom, mine honor and brightness returned unto me.
Mm-hmm.
And my counsels and my lords sought unto me, and I was established in my kingdom, and excellent majesty was added unto me.
But check out what Nebuchadnezzar ended up doing. Go ahead and read.
Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven.
Yes, sir.
All whose works are true, and his ways judgment, and those that walk in pride, he is able to abase.
He could testify because he was in that.
That's it.
My pride puffed up, and he abased me.
That's it.
You see what I'm saying? Now let's go back to Romans. Let's go back to Romans. We got 3 more after this, family. I'm counting 2. That man that know he's something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isaac.
Yes, sir.
Isaac. Yes, sir. Romans, back to Romans 1, we're going to read verses 22 and 23. So that's all the consequences of unbelief. When you blaspheme his name and not give him the glory, you in some trouble right there, man. Read that 20. We're going to read 21 through 23. Just to recap that 21.
Okay.
Go ahead and read.
Because that when they knew Yah, they glorified him not as Yah. Neither were thankful, but became vain in their imagination, and their foolish heart was dark.
That's why we read these 2 about Herod and Nebuchadnezzar. So, and he did something to all the other kids. Couldn't put it all in here. But check this 22 out. What did it say?
Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools.
Oh, because you thinking that you did all of this stuff. You profess yourself, you thinking you wise. He said, you became a fool. Killed Herod, had you out there with the oxen.
Right.
You became a fool. But go ahead and read.
And changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image like unto corruptible man, and to birds, and 4-footed beasts, and creeping things.
Yeah, see, you know, Rome had their little eagle on the stick.
Yep.
Just like that Babylon today.
Yep.
You got these images of all your little presidents and all these other folks on your wall. Them images that a lot of folks worship.
Come on now.
Then you got this heathen that you said it was the Messiah. There are a lot of folks still worship. You worship a little baby with some little wings on the back with it. I can't find it in the book. And you saying them the angels.
Right. Surely.
You got Mother Nature, Santa Claus, Frosty the Snowman, Easter Bunny, the Leprechaun.
Come on now.
Cupid.
Janice.
New
Year.
Mother
and Father Day.
What they call 4th of July? The Joker with the Uncle Sam.
Yeah, Uncle Sam.
Y'all Uncle Sam.
The Spirit of 76.
The Spirit of 76.
Yeah. Straight garbage.
With some sparkles.
Yeah.
All that.
Garbage.
Let's go to Deuteronomy. Y'all hold y'all spot. 2 more after this. Deuteronomy chapter 4. Let's go to the law. This is for Israel. Israel, we supposed to be teaching all the other nations. We supposed to be walking in this. But we know that our people, and we just, when we're doing this job, when we're getting this work out here to the people, yeah, we do it on Facebook, YouTube, and all that. But I'm glad that we get back out here in these streets, man, and taking it to the people.
There you go.
We got to take it to the people to let them know. Somebody got to let them know.
Somebody.
So we could keep our mouth off of them and say, man, they get folk running around here doing all this stuff. They don't know. They in ignorance like we was in ignorance. We got to at least put it out there. But then again, I can say this: a lot of them do know. You know how I know? Just by getting back out there, them niggas out there, that same old stuff again. They know,
right?
Because it's Israelites all over. If you would come and say all that crazy stuff, and knowing that, yeah, them niggas out there with that same old, you done heard it then.
You done heard it then.
Okay.
It's a witness against you.
Mm-hmm. Deuteronomy 4:14-20. What did it say?
And Yahweh commanded me at the time to teach you statutes and judgments, that ye might do them in the land whither thou goest over to possess it.
Now let's look at this word statute, because he commanded Moses to teach you statutes. Statutes. Statutes, ordinances, something prescribed tasks, something to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going through this. Just y'all see this on here. I'm not gonna get into all of it. Decrees, civil enactment prescribed by Elohim. So he giving us some instruction and judgment that ye may do them in the land wherever you go to possess it. Wherever you go, this is what I want you to do. I don't want you learning the ways of the heathen. I don't want you doing after the nations, after the customs of these people. I gave you laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right. And
this is what I want you to do. If you belong to me.
That's right.
If you don't belong to me, then you go and defile the dietary law. You can do what the hell you want to do, but you don't belong to me. Stop saying you belong to me. Because I don't deal with spiritual whores. We read that. We dealt with that in another lesson, right? But go ahead and read, brother.
Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves. For you saw no manner of similitude on the day that Yahweh spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire. Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female.
Now, he said about you making a graven image. A graven image can come in a whole lot of stuff.
A lot of different forms. That's right.
Houses, cars, little idols, even in your mind. Pride, all that. You. These young folks so stuck on themselves, all you see them just snapping pictures of themselves, and man, always in the little boys too. I'm like, man, damn.
You ain't lying.
Just all on this. You on YouTube, man, because some of that little follow stuff pop up, and that's how you see them. When they lift all out, so I'm like, damn. And got on the tightest thing, got to pour it all up between their crotch and everything just to get some views.
Yeah.
But go ahead and read.
17.
What did it say?
The likeness of any beast that is on the earth. The likeness of any winged fowl that flies in the air.
Hey, man, don't you know all of these are idols that people worship? They got them on there. Joe got bats, grave on there, eagles all on their chest with the bullet going through the head, all this stuff. Now I see Negroes with this stuff on them now. Joe got the owl and stuff. Some of they smart with an owl and all that stuff, But go ahead, brother.
18. The likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground.
Snakes and stuff tattooed all on their body.
The likeness of any fish that is in the water beneath the earth. And lest thou lift up thine eyes unto the heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the host of heaven, should it be driven to worship them and serve them, which Yahweh thy power has divided unto all the nations under the whole heaven. But the Yahweh has taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance as ye are this day.
See, Egypt had all of this stuff down in there. He said, man, I done pulled you out of that mess. All them customs and everything that you learned. That's why when he was in the wilderness, he had to cut them off. These people did not want to let this stuff go.
Nope.
They didn't want to let them go.
Look.
They to the core of them, they were doing well down in Egypt. They had to go. See what I'm saying? There's a lot of Dayton and Corey going to be in the time to come.
What you see.
And a lot of us are going to be cut up. Why? Because they're not going to want to cut this stuff off. Now, let's go to the last place. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 40, because he said, I pulled y'all out of that mess. I done pulled you out from that mess when you was in Egypt. Y'all were down there crying and whining, and then I came and got you, then you went back to doing the same old stuff.
Same thing.
But I thought y'all wanted me to deliver you. But y'all try to bring that same folly over in the wilderness.
Yep.
I got to obey my father, this Messiah. I can't let you go in the land with your filthiness, man. You can't come in the house with your filth. Isaiah 40, and we're going to read verses 13 through 19. We got one more after this. Go ahead.
Who has directed the spirit of Yahweh, or being his counselor has taught him? With whom took he counsel, and who instructed him, and taught him in the path of judgment, and taught him knowledge, and showed to him the way of understanding.
That's right, because he told Moses, man, go and teach my people statutes and laws. This is what I want you to get in. They're asking the question, who's going to take the counsel?
That's right.
Who's going to listen? But go ahead.
Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
So why you want to do after these nations? He said, man, these folks are a spitter under me.
Drop in the bucket.
A drop in the bucket. They mean absolutely nothing. I chose you, Israel. You the only family of the earth I ever known. I'm going to punish you from all your niggas. We read that over there in Amos. Stuff y'all doing, not pleasing to me. Go ahead.
And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beasts thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. To whom then will ye liken Yah? Or what likeness will ye compare unto him? The workman melteth a graven image, and the goldsmith spread it over with gold, and cast a silver chain. He that is so impoverished that he has not oblation chooses a tree that will not rot. He seeketh unto him a cunning workman to prepare a graven image that shall not be moved.
He said, man, this is this mess that come out of these other nations.
Right.
I haven't given you no graven images. I gave you laws, statutes, commandments. They trust in these daggum graven images and these little gods they set up.
Now.
You know why they can trust in that? Because Israel refused to teach the nations. We refuse to do what we're supposed to do so the other nations can see, hey, this is how we're supposed to live. But Israel want to go after the graven image. Now, Paul trying to get the church at Rome to understand this stuff because things have been in that diaspora so long. And their mind been polluted just like our forefathers in Egypt.
Right.
Just like our mind's been polluted while we was over here in America or to the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
He tried to get these folks to understand, man, this stuff don't mean absolutely nothing. It's vanity. Last place. Let's go back to Rome. We're going to close this out. 24 through 32. Man, let this stuff go, family. What is it? A tangible or is it imaginary or what they call it? A phantom in your mind or a figment. Man, we got to let it go. So that's the same thing he telling the church at Rome. He told the church at Corinth. He told the same thing the church at Ephesus. We went through the epistles. He told the church at Colossae. He told the church at Thessalonica, Ephesus, all the places that Paul went. Peter was there hitting them same regions too. Now, 24 through 32, this last spot. What did it say?
Wherefore Yah also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own heart, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
Now, these are the ones that hold the truth and unrighteous. They know the truth, but they ain't going to do it. We supposed to be teaching this thing, hey, man, I'm going to teach something else. When you start going off, and this right here, I was going to show a video, but the video was so graphic, I didn't want to get it because it dealt with a sodomite. And he was telling them how the bishop, deceased now, I'm getting respect, but how he used to, and this was, he made the when he used to be living, hey man, this the guy was over the Church of God in Christ, coaching thing. and how they used to get down before he go and teach go out there before the people. Because he was one of the little choir directors, and he said he the one that came up with their little robes and all that other stuff. But he was the little preacher boy on the side that everybody thought the man was holy. Hell, I thought the same thing. I was growing up as a boy, and you know, when you're growing up as a child, you believe stuff, and then as you start getting older, you start getting wise. You're like, okay,
right,
something up in here. Because he sure had a funny lift when he talked. I'm talking about when he was alive. I'm talking about when he dead. I'm talking about when he was alive. I'm just giving him respect. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 25.
What did it say? Who
changed the truth of Yah into a lie.
Yeah.
And worship and serve the creature more than the creator.
I'm talking about the first day of the week is the new Sabbath.
Right.
Get out of here with that. But go ahead.
Who is blessed forever. Amen.
Have you worship all kind of stuff? Have you worshiping them? He said, have you worshiping the creature more than the creator?
That's right.
But go ahead.
For this cause, Yah gave them up to vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
Oh, not only hit them, hit their wives too.
You see it running rampant now today.
Hey, man, y'all go and check the video out. Hell, I forget the name of it. Scratch that. Because the brother, they ain't gonna say no brother, that sodomite said that not only he was in it, but all the women that y'all look up to that sing and all that, was Shirley Caesar, he called her a dyke. He said she ain't nothing but a big old dyke. All the ones that y'all love, these gospel singers and all that, he said, man, these jokers big time. And they said, yes, sir. But go ahead and read. He said, gave him up to a vile affection. Go ahead.
Verse 27. And likewise also the men, lead with the natural use of a woman, burning their lust one toward another. Men with men working that which is unseen, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. And even as they did not like to retain Yah, in their knowledge, Yah gave them over unto a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient.
Now, he said he gave them over to a reprobate mind. Now, he's going to get into when you have a reprobate mind. This is stuff you're going to start doing. Verse 29, what did it say?
Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisper.
Hold right there. Now let's look at something that we know that fornication, we deal with that. Let's look at wickedness. Well, look at we'll start right here. We got time to hit a few of them.
Don't hit them, brother.
I'm gonna hit them. We need to know this. Idolatry, harlotry, Yehoan, spiritually speaking, incest, illicit sexual intercourse, adultery, fornication, homosexuality, lesbianism, intercourse with animals, sexual intercourse with close relatives, sexual intercourse with a divorced man or woman.
You probably need to expound on that, brother.
This right here?
Yeah. Now, you see it said you have an intercourse with a divorced man or woman. There's a law that's in place that a lot of people tend to skip over, my brother.
What's that?
That even if that Romans 7, that even if a woman is divorced from her husband, the skin flapping over with for her, basically according to the eyes of the Most High. He said, and he said unto them, whosoever shall put away his wife and marry another committeth adultery against her. Right. Romans 7. And the woman shall put away her husband and be married to another. She committed adultery.
So that means that he committed adultery against her.
Yeah. See, the husband got to die off, and she divorced. She can't flap no more skin until her husband died.
That's it.
Now that's we just read that. Now I just want to bring that out. A lot of people had that misconception.
Yep.
That once they divorce, they free to do what they want to do.
No, sir.
Not in the eyes of the Most High.
Because he just said it. He said if the man commit adultery against her,
that's it.
The woman flat foot out.
She out of it.
Commit adultery.
She flat foot out committing adultery until her husband die off.
Yep. Worship of idols is a fornication, defilement of idolatry. as encouraged by eating the sacrifice offered to idols.
Mm.
So all the little parties. I'm going to Jesus' birthday on December 25th. I'm going to the Star Spangled Banner, the New Year.
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and drink me some Leprechaun
Green
green beer. Y'all know that St. Patrick's Day is a religious holiday. Y'all need to go and look this stuff up.
Yeah.
That's idolatry. Those are the ways of the heathen.
That's right, bro.
What else we got? Covetousness. Let's look at that. What is covetousness? Yeah. A lot of people have greediness.
Greediness, man.
Covetous practices.
Greedy practice.
Greedy desire to have more. I got to have more. Covetousness, avarice. Got to have more. Like he said, greedy dogs could never have enough.
Greedy dumb dog.
Let's look at, we know what murder is. You can murder somebody spiritually and physically, right? We know that we've been over there, but let's look at this debate. Somebody always want to debate, always got something going on.
Yeah.
Look, uncertainty, what's it, affinities.
They got a disposition. They always want to argue.
They all want, yeah.
They drawing the argument.
That's it. That's like, I work with this, she gone and she retired. All praise to the Most High. Man, you can't, you argue with everybody coming in office.
Yes.
You start out with a casual conversation and then you end up arguing with this woman. I'm like, damn.
Man,
I stay out of there.
That's a bad spirit.
That's a bad spirit, bro. You got people like that. Man, I work in the DHL before I would work for the school district. Now, this brother was good at what he do. You know, he would train the guys on the forklift, right? So I said, man, you know, you good. Man, I want all this shit. Man, fuck this shit, man. You know what's I'm like, man, here we go.
You give him a compliment, he going off.
Man, I said, man, I'm trying to give credit. Man, you good at what you do, man. You need to, man. I'm just doing what I do. I ain't lying, y'all. I'm losing money now filming these people. Man, I can YouTube this stuff, man. There's some funny stuff I be encountering, man. I ain't lying, man. I need to go on and do me some YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Uncut, unedited, or nothing, man.
Yeah.
Israel or some funny and crazy people.
Man, that's crazy.
I'm trying to give you some props, man, and you can't even.
You going off about this?
Contentious all the time.
Yeah.
Always got something going on.
Right.
You know how some of your family members, you got a brother who ain't never been nowhere, and always mad at everybody because his failure or uncle, whoever it is. Then you got some women that they just you got a sister that keep up shit. Excuse my language, y'all. Just keep it up all the time. I don't care what it is, they gonna blow it up.
They gotta have something more.
Them type of people. Let's go look at some more. Malignity. Yeah. We got to look at this stuff, y'all, to make sure that we not bad character. Mischievous, sneaky, crafty.
You know, when they're in the medical field, they say something malignant, that means you're gonna die from it. Bad character, depravity of heart and life, malignity, subtlety, malicious, craft.
Craft is hell.
When you malignant, you a disease, you gonna kill something.
You come in there, man, you just Joker just don't treat you, just a bad character. We're gonna just look at a few of them. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving, y'all. Now, I don't want y'all to lead the platform.
It'll be all right.
Whisperers. Seekers, slander, distractors.
That's an abomination.
Woo.
Him that sowed discord amongst the brethren.
Yeah. Backbiters. Let's look at this backbiters. We got to remind ourselves on some of this stuff, y'all. Look, evil speaker, a defamer.
Yep, you already know.
I can't stand anything like that.
Yeah.
Man, this is a damn shame. You at Sabbath like a Negro look.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, people nigga over there let me feel like that. They want to get some. You know what I'm saying? I'm quiet with mine, man, but I ain't got time to be playing with these Negroes, man. Israel, I'm telling y'all, don't ever think that because y'all come to the knowledge of the truth, and some of these teachers, they read it. I'm telling you, we've been exposed to all that stuff. Now you're gonna run across some good, genuine, spirit-filled people. You're gonna run across them, but you're gonna run across it's a dangerous thing when you go and the head teacher over these camps and stuff, whatever. They got a bad character. They got these unclean spirits on them. I'm telling you, they out there. What that 30 say?
Backbiters.
Yes, sir.
Haters of Yah.
Haters of Yah.
Despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents.
Yes, sir.
Without understanding, covenant breakers.
Covenant breakers.
Without
look, Joe, you won't never keep a covenant. Hey, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Go ahead, brother.
Covenant breakers.
Yes, sir.
Without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful.
Man, unmerciful. Let's look at implacable. Then we look at unmerciful. We know what unmerciful means. Joe ain't got no mercy on nobody.
Heartless, man.
Truceless. We truce breakers. Without a treaty or covenant of things not mutually agreed upon, abstinence from hostility. Now I'm trying to make peace with you. You said we be at peace, but then you go around under the same breath. Man, ain't studying that nigga, man. Man, I thought we was at peace with each other.
Right.
I thought we came in the cut, man. From now on, you keep my name out your mouth, and I keep your name out my mouth.
Right.
And we're gonna respect each other, man, as men. Can we both touch and agree on that?
Nope, that's why.
Yeah, they cannot be persuaded to enter into a covenant.
Implacable. I don't care what you say, do what you do, how much you apologize. They will not enter into peace or a covenant with you. Implacable.
Implacable.
That's crazy.
And unmerciful.
Unmerciful.
They ain't gonna show you no mercy.
Nope.
They want mercy. They want mercy from the Yeshua and the Father. And everybody else.
They ain't gonna show you none.
But they ain't gonna show you not one. But go ahead and read, my brother.
32. Who knowing the judgment of Yah, that they which commit such things are worthy of death.
All the stuff we just read are worthy of death.
Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
And you good to go with those who do the same stuff.
Say it, man.
You loving them.
Let's say it.
You loving them. You buddy with them. You know you seeing them up there doing folk wrong and doing all these things and all that, and then you right there with them. It's not only you do it, but you have pleasure in those who do it. When you ain't doing it, you got pleasure when they doing it.
Right.
That's where we got to come from, folks. That's where we got to be washed by the word of Yah. This word is supposed to, his spirit and his life is supposed to wash and cleanse our spirit. If we don't come into this covenant, these are the agreements that we agreed to. So like I tell the folk who come in and work, y'all agree to the terms to do this work under custodian. Y'all the one can't stop. You ain't no sense y'all complaining about it.
Right. You told it.
If you don't like it,
quit.
That's the lesson.
All praise. Hallelujah.
All righty, family. Shabbat shalom. Everybody in the house.
Yes, sir.
Hope y'all learn something in Yeshua's name, because I have.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, y'all, we got to tighten our game up as Israelites. What I mean by Israelites, we talk about spiritually speaking. That's the only way you can be an Israelite, if you keep the spirit of Ruach rest upon you. Like you said, we got work to do. Everybody on here got work to do. We all got a ministry. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This is how we supposed to come together, go over these epistles, go through this book, getting out instructions. This is our teaching. This is what's going to keep us out of the wrath of Yah. This is how we grow.
That's it, bro.
This is the only way to grow. This is the only way you're going to get us in salvation, because everything that we know is being recorded all day long, because at the end of the day, the angels got to report to the Father and say, hey, and the Son and say, hey, this is what's going on.
That's it.
This is what Amnon been doing all day. This is what Sister Antoinette been doing all day. This is Brother Anthony been doing all day. this brother Terrell doing all day? And so on and so forth. We got to tighten our game up.
Yes, sir.
Because one thing we know, when he take that breath from us, the books
That's
are
it.
closed on us.
That's
And
it.
everything we done from the time we've been put on this earth is going to be revealed. We're going to have to answer. We got a book that prove all that.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I got a couple of announcements. I'm gonna try to work on if you I want to next Shabbat.
Mm-hmm.
We can all meet. I'm gonna try to find spots. Boy, it's tough out there. It's rough and tough. Everybody going up on their prices and everybody booking stuff, man, on Shabbat days now. You know, because they got to do all their filing and stuff.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to get somewhere. We can't get the little cheap deal no more because the place we was going can't house everybody. So with that being said, we'll put it out there, let you guys know. You got anything, my brother?
No, man. Only thing I want to just keep in mind is the people, man, to continue to wait. You know, and like the sister had in there, hey, man, y'all please like and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Please like the video. We need the algorithms to help get the word out.
Yeah.
This ain't for us. And then if you want to subscribe to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Or not Facebook, I'm trying to say web page.
Yeah.
Web page. So hey man, like and subscribe or share it at least if you don't do nothing else, share the lesson. You know, so we get the word out to the people. You know,
I'm glad you brought that up, Hebrew. Let me
yeah, that's all I got, bro. I just want to continue to admonish people to stay in the faith and let them know we love them.
Yes, sir. Hey, let's keep one another in prayer. I'm gonna bring this up. Oh, what happened? I got too much going on there. I want to bring this up. Let me say, because
There you go.
sometimes I had to go on and look at it myself. You know, we forget about our
Web page.
Yeah, when I get a chance, I go on the web page right here.
Yeah.
That's the Ultimate Melchizedek web page. And you could go and browse.
Got a lot of good stuff in there.
We got a lot of this stuff on there. You know, we got the brethren on there. We got to update some stuff on here. The mission.
Yeah, we do got to update some stuff.
We got to update a whole lot on here, y'all, and modify some things on here. But it's a lot of little tools. Let me go over here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the library.
Yeah.
Let's go to sources on here. We got a few things on there like these books.
Yep.
We're gonna probably add some more on there if we can put the pseudos on there.
Yep.
These books right here, some good information in these books.
Yep.
Man.
And like a lot of these books is in the pseudepigrapha, like Philo and Enoch.
Yeah.
And Jubilee, they are in the pseudepigrapha, but if you just want to buy them or get them on their own, but like the brother said, that's book of Josephus. Man, look here, but y'all want to learn some history on y'all people.
Yes, sir. We're gonna bring we'll bring some of the history out. But anyway, when y'all get a chance, just go on the website, just kind of browse around on there. We got to update it, give it to sister, and she's gonna update this thing for us. It's for you guys, There's a lot of information on there. I would love to put a library on here. Not library, but a museum showing like different Russian icons, those pictures and everything. So, but anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys to let you know, hey, we on here. And with that being said, I want to thank everyone who donated to the ministry. May the Most High bless and heal you and your household. Your work, that is a work, and it's not in vain.
Nope. But
we do have some good news. We're in the process now. I'm just give y'all a little good news on the land. Right now, we are in the process of buying another portion to add on to the land.
Mm-hmm.
And we are in the process of getting some groundwork done. We're going to let you guys, we're going to probably do some filming on that, the progress. We're going to get some groundwork done with about 10 acres or so cleared out. But we're going to give it to brethren and set some stuff up on that. So we're going to go ahead and get that. Man, hopefully, man, we might do some tabernacles or something. I don't know out there.
Get it cleared off. It's going to be nice and cool around that time.
Yes,
it's going to be hot as it is right now.
We can set up tent out there, man, and we're going to have to get something for, the brother and sister to relieve themselves, but we'll work that all out in due time. Yes, sir. But we are about in the process of getting some groundwork done, and there's a whole lot going on. But man, it's gonna be a joyous time that all of us get together and live amongst one another.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I just want to put that out there. We go ahead and stand and close out. Yes, sir.
All praise.
Mm-hmm.
Our Father,
which
art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. Hallelujah.
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 Praise the mighty Yah.
Praise the mighty Yah.
All right,
family. Y'all enjoy the rest of Shabbat.
Yes, sir. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat.
I want to add this too. We're planning out the feast days, and if you plan on coming, I'm gonna put my glasses on. Make sure I'm in the broadcast.
Right.
You know I'm goofy like that.
It's all praise, all good.
Let me put this up here, family. Man, I ain't been on here in so long. I'm about to. No, I don't want that. Well, if you want to donate, that's it right there. But that's not what I want. Hide that. This is what I want. If you're planning on visiting, coming to visit with us, want to come to the feast days, email us at the Order of Melchizedek, Memphis.org. Order of Melchizedek, Memphis.org. That's the email. If you have any questions, that's the same. Email us at Order Melchizedek, Memphis at gmail.com. Email your questions there. I'm sorry. Order Melchizedek, Memphis at gmail.com. Email us that at that address, Order of Melchizedek, Memphis at gmail.com. Questions, and if you plan on coming to visit us for any of the feast days, we'll have that coming up. We'll post
next week.
Next week?
We'll have the feast day laid out next week because we're gonna have the I forgot to say on the 27th, excuse me, my brother.
Go ahead, bro.
On the 27th, that's Sunday, next Sunday, we will have the brotherhood call for the reading and teaching schedule for the next 2 months. So if you want to be involved in the reading and teaching schedule for the next 2 months, make sure you tune in. I'll be sending out a text message, email, and we'll be doing that. And then we can lay the feast days out then, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have all the feast day calculations done. I think everything's correct. Just want to double check it one more time. And we'll lay the feast days out then. We can put it on the platform.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All righty. That sounds outstanding. With that being said, I think that's all we got, my brother.
All praises, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat, family.
Yes, sir. Let me get us some music going.
Yes, sir.
What happened to the music around here?
Yeah, well, I was looking for it last night. Couldn't find it.
Which one of y'all deleted the music?
You may have to get off this. I think that's what it is. Go to that brand one.
Uh-oh.
That brand one up there. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Is this it?
It should be in there. Go back down.
Somebody.
Hold on, go to that. What's that right there? Oh, that's just a thing, ain't it?
Man, somebody deleted our music.
Deleted the music, bro.
It's all good, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit him with this right here.
There you go.
Hold on, man. Let me change this up. I'm going to hit y'all with some
There you go.
Aquila and some Priscilla. Where's my favorite at? We're going to play this right here.
Until my days is done, I'll praise until the there, thought I had it figured out. Leaning on my own understanding, yeah, balling out. Chasing Mr. Benjamin Franklin, going in with the Pyrex. Selling death to my people. Knowing it was wrong, but that money coming lethal. And I got these kids, I ain't worried about the people. No, posted in the spot with the drop. That was me, trying to justify my wrongdoings. And I gotta eat, worshiping the dollar bill. That's all I thought about. Turn the one into two, get the spells in the drought. But please forgive me, I ain't on no better. I didn't have mercy on the service, show me better. Please, the way it's going, I'm headed to the pen. I'm dead on the payment, covered in my sin. Come on, 5 baby mamas, Lord, I can't win. I lay my worries at your feet, Lord, take me in. Please, you could have killed me in my sins, but you didn't. You had another plan for me, it was written. I was transgressing, you had to clean me up. Open my heart to your scriptures, I can't get enough. But your word got me strong, cause it's perfect. Got me walking in your light, it was perfect. I thank you every day, until my days is done. I'll praise to the Father and the Son, they the one. I was worshiping my neighborhood. Couldn't tell me nothing about 42nd Brentwood. That's what came first, standing on it to the death around. Till I started noticing all the death around real. Quarters getting locked up, 40 years plus, but I'm so deep in idolatry, I keep on banging tough. Hanging out with killers like it's legalized. Like if bullets started flying, they gon' grow some lies. Yeah, need deep in it, I have started an epidemic. Solutions of cancer, need to send it to the clinic. Better yet, need to wash it with this word, cause that's the only remedy, no matter what you learn. Hope you forgive me, I was doing wrong. You got all the women running through my home. Please, forgive me, cause my soul is tainted. Repenting for my sins before you take it. You could have killed me in my sins, but you didn't. You had another plan for me, it was written. I was transgressing, you had to clean me up. Open my heart to your scriptures, I can't get enough. But your word got me strong, cause it's perfect. Got me walking in your light, it was perfect. I thank you every day, until my days is done. I'll praise it to the Father and the Son, they the one.
Hallelujah.